Hi Sagittarius. This is your mid-May reading for where your life is taking you at this time. So without much further ado, let's just jump in and see what's going on for you, Sag, and where your life is headed. So we have the Mountain in reverse out here for you, Sag. So there could have been a difficult time of your life that seems to be wrapping up now, or you're hoping that it will. So the Mountain in the upright is, just feeling like there is a problem that you can't overcome. And the interesting thing about the card is that there's an easier pathway through the mountain. So perhaps that is the time in your life that you find yourself in. Maybe you were faced with a big problem and now you are being shown the kind of hidden or easier solution about how to get through it instead of having to actually go over it. So the mountain was being crossed by the dry desert. So yeah, definitely a difficult situation. Maybe you weren't feeling like you were giving, I almost said giving the love, but maybe you were feeling like you weren't getting the love for something, or some feelings weren't being reciprocated, or that you felt like your options were drying up perhaps. So we have slow and steady here in the upright and one ring circus in the upright. So it seems that, this time is actually meant to be this way for you, Sag, that things might be happening slow, but they're also happening steadily. So also this is just something to keep in mind for this time in your life, that there's no reason to rush anything, because if you were to rush something or make an impulsive decision, that could kind of throw a spoke in the wheels, so to speak. So then with one ring circus here, it's a good time to be single or to be doing things on your own, even if it doesn't feel that way with the dry desert. There's actually a reason behind all this. So then we have metamorphosis in reverse here. So maybe you feel like your metamorphosis isn't happening quite as quickly as you would like it to. So let's clarify this metamorphosis in reverse for you. Why is metamorphosis in reverse for Sag, please? So we have the moth spirit here, which says surrender now. So there definitely are some things that are hidden or unseen in your circumstances here. It's important for you just to surrender it to spirit or to whoever you believe in, and just kind of accept the circumstances as they are, because perhaps there's not really too much that could be done about it. Like, you can't force something. So what are they surrendering? So we have watch your words here, and then we have take time out, which was in the reverse. So maybe something was said, or perhaps you said something, Sag, that maybe you wish you could take back, or maybe somebody in your situation wishes they could take something back. There's also a sense with these two cards of like feeling vulnerable, or, having a lot of your information out there. Maybe you're feeling kind of scrutinized. So, but I see that the take time out is in reverse. So, when it's in the upright, it's talking about taking like a vacation or taking some time with your family. So perhaps Sagittarius, you're finding yourself in a situation or circumstances where you're surrounded by people who aren't necessarily your family, or maybe that you're not that close with, but I get the sense that you're feeling vulnerable with these people. Like maybe something has come out that they know about that maybe only people usually closer to you would know. So then we have the deer spirit here, which says bring a gentle touch, and the owl, which says you see clearly now. So, but these are both in reverse. So there is a sense of wanting clarity about a certain situation. Like I said, there's just a real sense about something being out here, in the open. And with bring a gentle touch in the reverse, it seems like, well, maybe that coming out or whatever was said didn't feel very gentle. Maybe it felt kind of harsh. And maybe you're having trouble seeing the reason behind that. But, from the beginning of your reading, things are working in your favor and spirit is working behind the scenes for you. So perhaps this was some kind of blessing in disguise. And then at the bottom of the deck here, we had Coming to Life, which was also in reverse. And this is a real card of magic here, as you can see. So perhaps, you're just not feeling in your most magical space, maybe because of this situation that took place. So let's just see it clearly. So what is this about? What happened with this? What was said? Or so it could have to do with something at work here with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It says, use your talents in legitimate channels only, danger otherwise. So perhaps you feel like there is some kind of like misbehavior at work, or some kind of like nefarious behavior, or something behind the scenes that's just kind of shady. So it does say caution here to only use your talents in channels that are legitimate. So perhaps you felt like you were like working with somebody in some illegitimate way, maybe not to your own knowledge, but regardless, you're feeling like there's some kind of shady behavior here that has to do with your work or has to do with your skills. So then we have lucky number 7 here, which says guard against illness or indicates disappointment. So yeah, maybe some kind of disappointment at work. Then we have a reversal in your present state of affairs and uncertainty. So that definitely, goes well with the rest of this reading. There is a sense here that something has happened that was unexpected, that didn't quite live up to your standards, or meet what you expected out of the situation. So perhaps some kind of offer at work, you thought it was a good offer in the first place, but then maybe it turned out to be a little bit, there's some shady thing behind the scenes you weren't quite aware of. So then we have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So yeah, it's just not going to lead to the 10 of Pentacles for you. It says loss of legacy, misfortune in the family, and avoid gambling. So, but I see this as kind of a warning, as, it's important to see things clearly now, so that if you need to rearrange your life or rearrange your career or finances, that this is a good time to do that. That sticking it out with anybody who is making money in illegitimate channels, is not the right way to go. That it will eventually lead to misfortune. Gambling is also mentioned here. So if you feel like, you're working with somebody who's just like gambling your chances at getting your 10 of Pentacles being something that pays you enough to be happy at home and in work, then that gambling isn't going to pay off for that person or that company. It's going to lead to destruction, not only for themselves, but also for you. So we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse, or the King of Swords, and it says use extra care in any matter that could result in a lawsuit. Yeah, so like extra shady behavior we see now. And it says indicates a delay in plans, denotes confusion and uncertainties. So again, more energy of things not going as planned. Then we have Leo here. So we have the King of Swords. So air sign, Aries. Nope, that's you. Okay, so air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You are a Sagittarius. So we have air signs on the board, and now we also have a Leo here that you could be working with. So it indicates a receipt of money due or personal advancement. And then the 7 of Cups reverse says a successful conclusion to an important undertaking is assured. So to me, what this looks like actually is that you are in some kind of shady business dealing with somebody. And by shady, I just mean that the company, that's what it looks like to me, that the company isn't quite operating the way it should. This could also be somebody who's like awaiting some kind of like money from the government, or unemployment could be, or something like that. So it looks like, that honestly, the people that you work for might eventually get caught up in a lawsuit. So that could resonate for somebody who is seeing the ship kind of sinking right now, but just wants to hold out. Maybe you see that ship sinking into something that eventually turns out to lead to layoffs or the company closing, something like that. If that's a sense that you're getting while you're watching this video and have gotten that sense before, then it might be time to jump ship. I see that there is like a receipt of money here, but also lawsuit was brought up. So this could be like eventually getting the money you are due from work, but you might have to like take them to civil court or take them to some, you know, whatever it is that you go to the government for, like workers' rights stuff, to get them to pay you your wages due. So if that's a scenario that you find yourself in, Sagittarius, like you eventually will get that money, but also I see that there's really no sense in like hanging on to working for this company or working with this person if you are having these types of thoughts about it. Like something just doesn't feel right because, well, it seems like it isn't right. And then on the bottom of the deck here, we have the Page of Cups here. So yeah, this is like in your future realm here. There is a new offer of work here that you could possibly fall in love with. It says a young man or girl with light brown hair and hazel eyes, news or messages about the birth of a child. So it also could be that you or your partner could be expecting a child sometime soon. But like I said, I think this is more like a new job offer. Or so let's say you leave this job or whatever happens over there, you know, and you are unemployed, then I see a new offer coming in that seems quite a lot better. It's the chance to like metaphorically birth something new in a different place. But this also could resonate for those of you who are expecting a child or wanting to conceive. Being the Page of Cups here, it could be with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It also could, like, if that's really not on your radar, but you know, you're kind of like open to that, you know, like not using protection because you might be in a stable relationship and wanting a child, then this could indicate that that is going to come into your future. And this could be spirit like warning you in a way that you might need to think more seriously about having a more stable career. And like I said, I really doubt that like this is because of anything you've done. It seems to be more of a problem that is stemming from higher up in the organization or to do with the partner that you might be with at work. So, you know, sometimes those things are out of your control. And like we got the Moth here, which says just surrender it to spirit now and just surrender it to what it is. And don't have like false hope that it's going to turn into something else, because there could be something in your life, whether it be a child or something else, that you need stability for. I see that coming in your future. So you just might want to make sure that you have something like responsible that pays well lined up. So we have the Eight of Wands here in the upright, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So yeah, the Eight of Wands here is like having communication possibly with your work partners or with the company, saying that, you know, I thought we were working on one thing, but it turns out that it wasn't what I thought it was. And we just don't seem to be able to come together on this to build. With the Ten of Swords in reverse, you might tell them about some kind of betrayal that had happened to you there, possibly with a coworker or otherwise. So with the Ten of Swords being in reverse, this is betrayal, yes, but it indicates the betrayal is like already over. So some communication might happen about this betrayal. And you might say, you know, with the Queen of Wands here, which is definitely Sagittarian energy here, you might say like, I need to walk away with this Eight of Cups because I just have a passion that isn't being fulfilled here. I don't feel like my personal magic or my skills, you know, skills, your specific skills came up here in the beginning of the reading. You might say like, I just don't think that this is a good use of my skills. I feel like I can accomplish more by just walking away and going somewhere else. And then we have the High Priestess out here at the end of your reading, which is absolutely wonderful because this is you standing in your intuitive power, Sagittarius. And you're like, I see this coming. I see this coming, you know, there's no reason, like I said, to waste my time here anymore when I've already seen the outcome that isn't very successful for me where I'm staying right now. So I'm just going to take my chances and walk away and engage my unique passions in another place where I can create something that I'm really proud of, where I'm not held back, and just, yeah, where the opportunities are much brighter for me. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius, for May 15th-ish to the 31st or 30th, however many days this month has. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment, subscribe. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.